Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to start by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Rakakwadash. A double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful Akim out there pushing His word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah has created us to do, so He can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line and your lineage goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Hey, Shalom. It's your brother Halak from the GMS Denver camp, coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, with another lesson. And this lesson is going to be inspired, as always, through the Holy Spirit by something the Most High had take place at camp this past Saturday, where you had an Edomite come up and he listened for quite some time. We gave him the true breakdown of what the scriptures are really saying, you know, as we always do each and every weekend, each and every day. And we started getting to the end of the camp. Then he wants to start bringing up what this is the Edomite guy. You know, he wants to start bringing up of how not all so-called white people did bad to our people, so forth and so on. And you had some so-called white people who did try to help out, and not all of us partook in it. And you know, oh, and another thing that he thinks is what, that the Edomites are going to be judged individually. No, you're not. And we told him, just like the nation of Israel was punished as a whole, the nation of Edom, which is the so-called white race, is going to be punished as a whole for what they've done unto the Most High's people. And the Most High lets you know this all throughout the scriptures. But you have the spirit of the Edomite that's so fucking rebellious that even when you bring out the true understanding of what the scriptures say, they want to go against it. No, that's not going to happen. No, it's not going to be that way. Who are you to tell the Most High how His judgment is going to play out? The Most High has condemned the entire nation of Edom, and that's what you find written all through the scriptures, man. And that's what we're going to go into today. No, you're not going to be judged on an individual basis. You're going to be judged as a nation, just like the nation of Israel was judged as a nation, man. Point blank, period. That's just the truth of the matter. Because now they want to be in this individualistic state of mind, you see? When for so long before this truth was coming out, everybody was proud to be an American. You see? This is America. If you don't like it, leave. But now that this true understanding is coming out and we're pronouncing your judgment through the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, oh, now everybody wants to be brothers. Everybody wants to be individuals. Everybody want to be, oh, if I was back then, I would have helped out. Look, man, the Most High has already proclaimed what type of judgment is coming upon the nation of Edom, and that will not change. Because at the end of the day, all of you Edomites have benefited off of what your forefathers have stole and built off the backs of the Israelites, man. You see? All of you have benefited off of it. And now that it's coming to an end, you want to try to act like you didn't take no part in it. All of you have to pay. Nahum 1:3, it says, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. And the wicked are who? The Edomites. The entire nation, every single one of them. Every single seed of Esau, you see, is considered the wicked. And this is why every single man of Esau will have to be cut out. Because what? The Most High is going to uproot that family tree from the planet Earth, man. Because if it's one Edomite male that survives, he has a chance to bring back that wicked root into the earth. And the Most High is not going for it. Because when it's all said and done, you Edomites are going to be eradicated from the earth, man. Go look up that word. Nahum 1:3. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah has His way in the whirlwind and in the storm and the clouds of the dust of His feet. But the main point I wanted to pull out of this is the first portion of this verse. The Most High will not at all acquit the wicked. Let's get that word for wicked. Not a wicked. That word for acquit. Right? It goes into what? Nakah. Get to the context of it. to hold innocent, acquit, to leave unpunished. None of you Edomites are going to go unpunished, man. All of you are going to pay. Because, once again, all of you partook, you see, in the fruits of your forefathers' labors, man. How do you think you Edomites are able to have these fucking homes that you have? How do you think you're able to live in the best neighborhoods in this country? How do you think you have the wealth that you have? How do you think you're able to build all these big-ass goddamn golf courses all throughout this land? It's because you stole it by way of the sword. You committed great atrocities against our people. Rape, robbery, and murder. This is how you have everything that you have. And you have to be punished for this. And have not all of you Edomites partaken of this blessing in some shape, form, or fashion? You have. So all of you are guilty. You see? All of you are guilty. You will not go unpunished, man. No matter how much you beg and plead. No matter how you try to put on this facade as if you care about our people, man. No. You're going to be punished, man. Point blank, period. This is the truth of the matter. Let's get it. Let's get this. This is, you know, and they hurt, man. They are hurt because this true understanding is coming out. And now it's being made known that they're going to have to pay for their wicked deeds, man. Because before the prophets came on the scene, no one was pronouncing judgment against Esau. No one was telling this man that he was going to have to pay for all the rape, robbery, and murder that he's committed. No one told him that he was going to have to pay for how he acquired this land by way of the sword, committing mass genocide. You see? Gaining his wealth through free slave labor, chattel slavery. No one told this man he had to suffer a punishment for these things. So they didn't take it into account. But now, through the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the prophets are being raised up, and we're pronouncing your judgment according to what the Most High has spoken through the mouth of the prophets, man. Through these words that's being recorded, your judgment lies in this book, Esau, and you will not escape. Jeremiah 49:12 says what? For thus saith Yahweh, hey, call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because it's funny to see, man. It's funny to see. The pride of you devils is coming back to bite you in the ass, man. Jeremiah 49:12 says what? For thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. Which is who? Us Israelites, man. Because you got to understand who we are. We are the sons of the Almighty God Yahweh. Our lot is to rule this planet Earth in righteousness. We are the top nation on this planet according to what the Most High has ordained. But we had to go through this low fall, this low estate to fulfill prophecy. Right? So if the Most High has done this to his firstborn, you see, his one true love, his chosen and holy people, what do you think he's going to do to the nations that he hates? Because the Most High lets you know in these scriptures that he hates Esau. Comes right out and say it, man. You see? So if the Most High did this to the people he loves, what do you think awaits those he hates? It goes on to tell you, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Because this is what these Edomites think, man. They think they're gonna go unpunished. They don't think they have to pay for what they've done unto us. But what does the Most High say? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. Drink of what? Drink of that same cup that the nation of Israel had to drink of as in whole. The entire nation of Edom will drink of this cup as well, man. And it's already beginning. And this is why you see the collapse of the Edomite power structure in the earth. And it's going to continue to fall until Yahushua returns to finish it off, man. The cup is being taken from us and it's being turned into you damn devils, man. And every single one of you, man, woman, and Edomite child will drink of this cup. Just like every man, woman, and Israelite child had to drink of it as well, man. 13 says what? For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse. And all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. And this is going into the destruction of America, because we know that the land of Basra is going to be given over into a possession to the tribe of Judah. So that land will not be completely destroyed. Our nation is going to inherit that land. The land is going to be a perpetual waste. It's talking about the land of America. This is a part of the cup that you Edomites are going to have to drink. You see? You're going to be destroyed right along with this land, because like it tells you in the law, for blood defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of them that shed it. You see? You devils have to pay, man. Point blank period. You have to pay. Let's get this. I want to get this in the GNT. This is Amos chapter 1 and verse 11 in the GMT, the GNT. And it shows you right here, man, Edom. This is the judgment the Most High has pronounced upon you so-called white people, man, who are the biblical Edomites. This is what the Most High says. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah says, the people of Edom, the entire nation of Edom have sinned again and again. And for this I will certainly punish them. They have hunted down their relatives, the Israelites, and showed them no mercy. Their anger had no limits, and they never let it die. So will I send fire upon the city of Taman and burn down the fortresses of Basra. Once again, that goes into the destruction of America. Why? It's for all the atrocities that you've committed against our people. For all the rape, robbery, and murder that you've committed against us, man. You see? For all the lynchings and all the mutilation. You see? You have to pay for every single Israelite child that you use as gator bait. You have to pay for every Edomite male that you buck broke during the time of slavery. You have to pay for every Israelite wife that was raped in slavery. You have to pay for every child that you massacred during the time of Christopher Columbus. You see, when you wanted to test how sharp your sword was, man. All the Israelite children that you fed to dogs. You have to pay for every Israelite that died of exhaustion digging in your mines, man. You have to pay for these things. Just go back and look at the history of this country and know that you all will pay for this, man. None of you are going to escape. You see? Most High is not just going to grab one Edomite up and like, oh, you ain't had nothing to do with this. No, all of you are going to pay, just like the entire nation of Israel had to pay. This is what it is, man. You see? All of you. Let's get, matter of fact, we're going to stay in the GNT. Let's see what this Isaiah 14 and 21 says in the GNT. What does it say? Yup. Isaiah 14 and 21 says what? Let the slaughter begin. The sons of this king will die because of their ancestors' sins. None of them will ever rule the earth or cover it with cities. And this is what's about to come upon the nation of Edom, man. You have to pay for what your forefathers did. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. And what's the iniquity of your fathers? Go back and look at your history, man. Go back and look at what you did during the time. Shit, you can go all the way back to the time of Egypt, when the Most High was delivering the Israelites from the and bringing them through the wilderness. Who was there to attack us first out of all the nations? The Amalekites, man, which are the so-called Jews today. Look at what you did during the time of the Babylonians. Look at what you did during the time of the Greeks. During the time of the Romans. And now it's the Americans, man. These are the things that your ancestors have done unto us. So prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, man. You are going to be punished. You are going to be punished. And once again, none of you will escape. And that's the title. None of you will escape. All of you devils are going to pay. And it's only right. It's only right. You see? So let's get another one. Let's get And speaking of what you did during the time of Babylon, let's get that real quick. Psalms 137. And we'll start at verse 7. It says what? Remember, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon. You see that? Which represents America. And the chief and the rulers of the daughter of Babylon are who? The Edomites. So this is directed towards you. It says what? O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Do you understand that? It says, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. So yeah, we're in a rejoicing spirit, knowing and understanding that we're going to be able to do unto you as you've done unto us. But the thing is, we're going to do it in righteousness, man. We're not going to be raping your wives, man. We're not going to be right here raping your men as you've done unto us. We're going to destroy you, but we're going to destroy you righteously. We're going to destroy you in the bounds of the law. You see? With elegance and class, man. You see, this is what's coming unto you. So go. You should be afraid. Go back and take a good look at your history and know and understand that for all those atrocious acts that were committed against us, you devils have to pay for it. You have to pay for it, man. Verse 9 says what? Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. You know why? It's because you destroyed our children. And are still destroying our children to this day. You see? The Most High is a righteous power who loves judgment, man. And justice. And justice and judgment will be given unto the nation of Israel to get revenge on our enemies for what they've done unto us. Point blank period, man. And there's nothing that you devils are going to do to weasel your way up out of this one. This is locked in. You see? Let's get Ezekiel 35. I can actually read this whole, matter of fact, I am going to read this whole thing. Ezekiel 35:2, it says what? Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. And this is what we're doing right now. Mount Seir represents you Edomites, man. We're prophesying against you according to what the Most High has told us to do. You see? Telling you the judgment that that's going to come upon you, you see, for the crimes that were committed. See, no one has done this before the prophets came on the scene, man. So that's why you thought you was home free. You thought shit was sweet, but hey, little did you know that the Most High was going to raise up prophets in Babylon, man. You weren't expecting this. But we're here to let you know the judgment that's about to befall the entire nation of Edom, man. Verse 3 says what? And say unto it, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. And how is that going to be done? That's going to be done by way of the destruction of America. This is the land that's going to become a desolation, completely desolate, empty, a barren wasteland for desert creatures, man. This will be a part of your punishment. Verse 4 says what? I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Why? Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. This is why this is coming upon you. This is a recompense or a repayment for what you did unto the Israelites. Because you haven't given us justice. You've been dangling this carrot of reparations before the face of our people for generations, man, and still haven't repaid. And this is why the remnant is not looking to you for repayment. We're looking to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah to give us the true recompense. And what does it tell us? It is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. And that's what we're waiting on, man. That's the true reparations. When the Most High finally gives us the necks of our enemies, man, which he has ordained to come to pass, as we're reading here. Matter of fact, I want to get this in the GNT as well. Let's see what it says in the GNT. Ezekiel, where you at? What's that, 35? Ezekiel 35. Yep. Ezekiel 35 and 5. You were Israel's constant enemy and let her people be slaughtered in the time of her disaster, the time of final punishment for her sins. You see? So then, as surely as I live, the sovereign Lord, so then, as surely as I, the sovereign Yahweh, am the living power, death is your fate, and you cannot escape it. You are guilty of murder, and murder will follow you. There it is. This is what the Most High has pronounced against you Edomites, man. And he told you what? That you're not going to escape it. You're not going to escape this, man. No matter how much you cry, you beg, you plead. Once again, you put on that facade as if you love our people, man. To hell with that bullshit, man. Because what was all this love when you was hanging our ass from these trees? Where was the love during the time when you was committing these great acts of rape, robbery, and murder, man? These acts that you've recorded down in your history that you're so proud of. You see your forefathers that you've commemorated statues to, named cities after, put motherfuckers on the money who's committed nothing but mass murder against our people. You see, you had no problem with it then, but now that we're announcing your judgment to the world and making it known through the Holy Spirit, now you want to what? You want to shun it. You want to back away from it. But guess what? It's too late. You actually have the fucking Indian killer, Andrew Jackson, as one of the faces on your money. Knowing what this man has done unto our nation, man. You see? So none of you will escape this judgment that's coming. Verse 7. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out and him that returneth. I will fill his mountains with his slain men. In thy hills and in thy valleys and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. And once again, this is talking about the destruction of America. This is the land that will never be built or inhabited ever again. Because once again, that land that the Most High gave you Edomites, your original dwelling place, Mount Seir, that's going to be transferred over to the tribe of Judah, man. You see? So the perpetual desolation is going to come with the destruction of America. Verse 10. Because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah was there. You see? And that's what you devils are doing, because you still have the Israelites in your control to this day, or in your possession to this day. You refuse to let us go. You see? But the Most High has put your ass in the trick bag, because it tells us what? He that stealeth. Exodus 21:16 says what? He that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. So the Most High has put you damn devils in the trick bag, man, and there is no way that you're going to weasel your way out of this whatsoever. The Most High has all bases covered. No matter how you cut it, you Edomites are guilty, man. You Edomites are guilty. You see? And we're letting you know what your sentence is, man. You devils are guilty, man. It says what? Matter of fact, let's get those verses in the GNT as well. We'll read verse 11 as well, then we'll go back and read in the GNT. Verse 11 says what? Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. You hear that? There it is, man. Verse 10 says what? Ezekiel 35:10 in the GNT. You said that these two nations, Judah and Israel, northern and southern kingdom, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, together with their lands, because you have our land in your possession, the land of Israel, the land that the Most High gave unto us, gave unto our forefathers as an everlasting possession. It says what? Together with their lands belong to you, and that you will possess them, even though I, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, was their God. So then, as surely as I, the sovereign Yahweh, am the living power, I will pay you back for your anger, your jealousy, and your hate toward my people. They will know that I am punishing you for what you did to them. Woo! 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 You hear that? You hear that? This is what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has announced against you damn devils, man. And once again, there is no escaping it. You see? The Most High is going to pay you back for everything that you've ever done unto his people, man. And this is why there's going to be the greatest judgment the world has ever seen, beginning with the collapse, you see, fall and destruction of America. And then we're going to go through the rest of the planet Earth, gathering up all you other Edomites and the rest of you heathen nations to march you right into chattel slavery to build up the kingdom of heaven. And after that 1,000 years, that first 1,000 years is complete, the first dominion, we're going to completely eradicate you Edomites from the earth, man. We're going to annihilate you, man. This is a part of your sins. This is a part of your judgment, man. All because of what? All because of what you've done unto the Israelites, man. This is what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has called for. And this is what is going to be done. Let's go back. Verse 12 says what? And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and that I have heard all the blasphemies which you have spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given to us to consume. And this is what you think. You really think the Most High forsaking his people? No, man. We're just on a brief timeout, a brief punishment which is about to come to an end. And the Most High is going to bring us back unto him in the fullness of it, man. He's going to bring us into that second covenant. He's going to be our God. We're going to be his people. The Most High hasn't forsaken his people, man. That's what you thought, just because he allowed you to put your foot in our ass for a few centuries. But no, we were just serving out our punishment, man, drinking of that cup. Now that time is coming to an end, and now it's time for you Edomites to drink it down, man. Verse 13 says what? Thus with your mouth you have boasted against me, and you have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. There it is. All this proud shit that you Edomites are speaking in the earth, there ain't no God, and we're gonna rewrite the Bible, and AI is the new God, and all this other bullshit you're spewing. The Most High has heard all that, man. You have to pay for every single thing you've uttered. The Most High has you devils in the trip bag. Once again, no matter how you cut it, you damn devils are guilty. You're guilty, man. You see? So you can sit right here and cry all you want to. You fucking devils, you gonna pay. You see, you think we weren't doing the same thing when the prophets came to us in the ancient times and told us if we ain't tighten our shit up, we was gonna be punished? You know? And Jake and all people was in the same spirit. Nah, man, ain't gonna happen. And guess what? Captivity after captivity after captivity, just like the Most High prophesied would come. You Edomites are not special, man. This judgment that the Most High has pronounced, best believe you are going to feel every piece of it, man. You see, let's go back to the GNT, because this, what 13? And 13, it says what? Then you will know that I, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, heard you say with contempt that the mountains of Israel were desolate, and that they were yours to devour. I have heard the wild, boastful way you have talked against me. You hear that? To the point now, and you damn devils are so proud now, to where you out here talking about the Most High is trans, and Jesus is the Messiah is trans, all this bullshit you spewing. The Most High hears that, man. You have to pay for all that. You have to pay for all this madness that you're doing in the earth, man. And this is why we say this is going to be the greatest judgment the world has ever seen when the Most High finally brings it upon you. You see? So it goes on to say, the sovereign Yahweh says, I will make you so desolate that the whole world will rejoice at your downfall. And that's what's going to happen. You see? Because the wicked is finally going to be taken out of power, and the righteous is going to be set up, and the world is going to go to from a state of mourning to a state of rejoicing, man, forevermore. Because the true rulers are going to be back in power. It says what? Just as you rejoiced at the devastation of Israel, my own possession, the mountains of Seir, yes, all the land of Edom will be desolate. Then everyone will know that I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. You hear that? Let's get right here. Verse 14. Thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make you desolate. Because when after that first dominion, and we get everything back in order, how it's supposed to be, the heathen nations are going to be able to actually enjoy the paradise. You see, the Most High created the planet Earth to be. But you devils won't get to enjoy it, man. You're just going to labor for the 1,000 years to get everything built up. And after that 1,000 years, hey, you out of here. You see, he's going to make you desolate. And that's backed up right here in Obadiah. That's why we go precept upon precept. Obadiah 9. Yep, Obadiah 1 and 9. And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. That every one of the mount of Esau, so the entire house of Esau, is going to be cut off by slaughter, man. Why? Verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So the Most High has let you know, he's made it known why he's about to bring this great judgment upon you, man. Why is that? It's because of what you did unto the Israelites, his people, man. You see that? And you're going to be cut off. Because this GNT hit. Go back. Obadiah. The hell? Now I want to act up. Say Obadiah 1. Yup. We get the same verse we just read. Obadiah 1 and 9. It says what? Then your mighty men of Teman will be terrified, so that everyone in the mountains of Esau, the entire nation of Edom, will be cut down in the slaughter. Why? Because of the violence against your brother Jacob, you will be covered with shame and cut off forever. And this is why it says what? Shameful spewing shall be upon thy glory. Because all this pride, this proudful boasting of you proud to be an American, and you proud to be an American, and America's the greatest country in the world, and so forth and so on. You people have been deceived, and you've forgotten how America was founded, man. You see, that's the shameful spewing that's upon your glory. That's the shame that you can't escape from, man. How this country was built up. And we're not going to let you forget it. We're not just going to let bygones be bygones and sweep shit up under the rug. Nope. No. We're going to throw it in your face every time we can and let you know that you are going to pay for what you've done to us here in this land, man. You see? And every other time your people slaughtered our people. Let's go back, because we're about to wrap it up. But to show you that you're going to be a desolation, let's get verse 18. It says what? And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau, the entire house of Esau, the family tree of Esau, you see, the entire lineage of Esau, for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. Why? For Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah has spoken it. There it is. That's the fate of you Edomites, man. You are the only thing the Most High has created that he's going to completely get rid of when the time comes. Everything else on this earth has a place except for you Edomites, man. And the Most High is going to make an example out of you to the rest of the world to show you what happens when you fuck with his people. You see? This is what's coming upon you. We'll wrap it up on this. Ezekiel 25, verse 12. Now listen to this, man. Because I know a lot of brothers, before we came to this truth, was wondering, how can we ever get these fucking people, man? Are they never going to pay for what they've done unto us? Do we just have to sit here and just take this shit from these damn devils, man? The Most High has comforted us and given us the answers to all those questions. You see? Yes, you devils are going to pay. And yes, we're going to be able to get our get back when that time comes. But right now, we commanded to do what? Be as sheep in the midst of wolves, man. Wise as serpents, but harmless as doves. We're not here to take vengeance into our own hand. We're waiting for the Messiah to return. And best believe when he returns, it's going to be on, man, because then we're going to be in our kingdom. You see? Completely sovereign, having the dominion, and we're going to get you goddamn devils back according to the will of the Most High. Ezekiel 25 and 12. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, because Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it. And I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of the Dan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to thine anger, and according to thy fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. You see that? So yeah, man, you devils are gonna pay. You're not gonna get away. You see? And this goes for all of you, man. All of you have to pay for it. So like I said, we don't care about no damn tears. We don't want to hear your pleas for mercy. You see, we don't want to hear none of that shit. At the end of the day, the Most High has pronounced the judgment, and this is what's about to befall the entire nation of Edom, man. You see? And all of you damn devils are going to partake in this judgment. Thus saith the Bible, thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. And so with that, I'm going to end it by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rekakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopefully let I came out there pushing this word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah has created us to do. And with that, I'm going to say Shalom, Wa, Abba, Ba.